Step one, step two. This might not be abrasive enough, but let's see. I think I figured out why I hear a clicking from the front left and right. I thought initially it might have something to do with the front upper control arm, but then little did I know that in a two-piece rotor, it's a pretty common thing that I guess people complain about. And I saw a Hellcat video. I just looked up on YouTube, rotor clicking problem. And a guy with a Hellcat showed a fix where you essentially clean up the surface between the wheel, the rotor hat, and where it attaches to the wheel. So you scuff it up, clean it up a little bit, and that's where there's some debris that apparently causes the clicking. I was bugging Unplugged Performance, telling them I thought it was coming from the front upper control arm. Turns out that's probably not it. I'm gonna pull these off. Had to go borrow my dad's drill because I left my drills over at my shop. I have a separate shop where I'm building my trailer. I'll have to make some videos on that. I have a 28-foot trailer that I'm building out with living quarters and whatnot, and it's really built out to be able to transport the Plaid when I go racing. So anyway, let's try it out. I have a video, we'll throw that up right now, of the clicking. That I sent over to Unplugged Performance to try to troubleshoot it. Those guys are so busy over there, they haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I'll probably have this resolved before they get a chance to look at it. No insult to them being busy, they're very helpful. I think I wrongfully am thinking that it was a front upper control arm issue, and it's likely this brake issue. So let's find out. Looks like a nail in the tire. Don't want to deal with that quite yet. So this is the only abrasive attachment that I could find. Calls for something else online, like a Scotch guard type of thing. But the idea is you scuff this up, get some of this debris off of here. You come over here, you scuff this up, get some of the debris off of here, and you put it back together, and it's supposed to work. That's what they claim the sound's coming from, in between the wheel and that surface, the rotor hat. We'll see how this little Milwaukee drill works. I have a nice DeWalt one. This is a lower power one. We'll see if the battery actually lasts. Let's find out. Step one, step two. Let's try cleaning it off. Just some soap, car wash soap. These are cold, by the way, so there's no heat in these rotors right now. For the sake of quickness, that's what I'm doing. Should I scrub it and clean it and make it all perfect? Yes, but I'm not going to. We'll address that soon. Let's see if this squeaking issue goes away. $125 foot-pounds is what I do. I believe that's what it calls for. Let me know in the comments below if you know otherwise. That's what I looked up at one point. Let's go drive it and see if it clicks. I can tell pretty clearly from the inside if it's coming from driver or passenger. So we'll see if it's improved on the passenger side, because driver side I've obviously not touched yet. See what it does. It's only when you're turning.
GPS connected.
That you hear it. Okay, I just heard it on the left. I hear it on the left. I don't think I hear it on the right. Let's do the same cleaning on the other side. Yeah, I definitely heard it on the left. I don't think I hear it on the right. So this might be the fix. Let's go do this. Same thing over here. I'll try putting a little bit soap in there. See if that helps. So it's not like a mirror finish, but it's definitely cleaner than it was. Any like chunks of debris that were creating any sort of gap or not a good mating surface there should be rectified now. All right, need something to clean my rotors better. I always put 2 lugs on, cross pattern, and I hand tighten and snug it up before I throw the other ones on, because then I'm gonna zip it with the impact real quick, and I don't want the wheel not really settled all the way down when I hit it with the impact, because even just a quick little hit with the impact will take these to about 100 foot-pounds of torque, and then I'm gonna go through with the torque wrench and set it to 125. Definitely don't wanna cross thread these, so make sure they're threaded, and 2 of them are bottomed out. Unplugged Luke, what's going on? Oh, let's see, call me back. He's trying to help solve my problem. That's good of him. Let's see if we get it resolved. Moment of victory, moment of truth. Let's see, step 1, we got a jack mode, forward. I think I left that little puck underneath, didn't I? Hard left. No sound. Back up, hard left, nothing. Looks like that fixed it. That was it. That was a lot of troubleshooting other stuff. I was tightening up stuff on the front upper control arm. I was trying to see if it was coming from the dust shield that I'd cut out when I installed the carbon ceramic brakes, because I had fabricated that to make that fit. You can watch the video on that and see how we did that. Turns out all it was is there's just debris that has built up, and I swap these wheels every time I go to the track, so they're on and off once a month, and some garbage just got wedged in there. Getting a text right now from Luke. My headset is working now, so call when you have a moment. Okay.
Hey Todd, sorry about that.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, another beautiful day. How about yourself?
Good. I think I solved the problem, and I just bugged you guys with a bunch of emails for nothing.
Okay.
So
what were we working with? I know that you. It sounds like the last thing you said was it was something from the brakes, right?
Well, yeah. So essentially, it's been clicking. So I have a clicking coming from both sides when I turn hard right, hard left, just like pulling out of my driveway and stuff. And I've noticed it more and more, I think, because I just have music turned down and I hear it.
Interesting. That's cool. Is that from the caliper bracket to the knuckle, or?
No, it's from literally the surface of the wheel where it fits onto the rotor hat.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very not something I would have guessed to be a solution to that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, no, I didn't guess that either. And I was thinking it was the heat shield, because it sounded like it was almost like a tinging sound.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh man, is something going on with the heat shield, or did something go on because I've just been hard on my brakes on the track the last couple times, and so I just tried that. I had a little scuff pad that I put on a power drill, and I took it apart and spent 5 minutes on each wheel and on each rotor hat, right? It's called a rotor hat, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, just cleaned it up, put it back together, and I just tested it right now, pulled out of my driveway, and I can't get it to click now.
Nice. Well, that's a good problem to have. So and I'm just curious, kind of from my own learning, did you use like a wire brush, or like just like a light sanding pad?
So on that video, it showed like a little circular Scotch pad that's specifically made. There's like a little kit that's made that you can clean around each lug. I don't have that, so I just looked in my shed. I have a bunch of tools, and I found this like fiber type of wire wheel. It's not wire though, it's like a plastic fiber.
Sure.
So
like a hard bristle.
Yeah, but like not super abrasive. And I just used that because I was gonna go order that actual like cleaning kit, which is like $40 online. But I figured, I'll try this in the meantime, and I tried it, and that was it, and it worked.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
So
great to hear.
It's probably something that someone who tracks their car and takes the wheels on and off a lot and doesn't clean up the wheels really nicely in between, because I don't ever clean them, which I probably should. And so I'm guessing like some brake dust and like gunk and stuff just got torqued in between the actual wheel and the rotor hat, and that's enough, you know, and it's enough to kind of crush it in there when you're turning, and just that little microscopic amount of movement, I guess, is enough to make the sound.
Interesting.
Which is weird because...
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's crazy.
Which is weird because you'd think that if you're torquing it onto 125 foot-pounds on 5 lugs, that there's no movement.
Yeah. Well, especially when you do the whole star pattern, you know, even torque across all lugs.
Correct.
Make sure that there's no stretching of the actual wheel material itself. That's That's very interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
when I first heard, if I may, when I first heard the video, my thought was axles, because I've definitely heard clicking noises like from drive units in the past. Not the drive unit itself. Usually, when it's a drive unit, it makes a whole different weird broken fan kind of sound. But usually I have seen axles where like something in the axle will go out, whether it's the C ring that retains the axle into the drive unit itself, or something within the CV joint. But that's very interesting that just cleaning the wheel surface yielded those results. That's wow. The more you know. Well,
that's it. That wraps it up. That was the solution. Pretty easy. The phone call got cut off from Luke. He gave me a call. Shout out to Luke and Kirk over at Unplugged. They're always happy to help, quick to respond. I'm probably not the most patient of customers out there, so thanks for putting up with me. But they get back to me pretty quick. I mean, I reached out literally yesterday evening. They got back to me less than 24 hours with a phone call of trying to troubleshoot it. I had some time, so I went through and troubleshot it and figured it out, and all it was the debris being smashed in between there. So I think the moral of the story is, if you're gonna swap your wheels, if you're going to the track often, that sort of thing, take a few minutes to clean the surfaces of your rotor hat, which is, you know, this surface, and then the back of the wheel where they mate up together. You could avoid this problem probably. So I'm gonna do that from now on. When I swap these, I'll just take a little scrub brush and I'll scrub it and get the debris off there, so I don't have to go through the clicking sound. So that's it. All right, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you on the next video.